Hello, everybody. We are back for, what is this, episode 5 now, isn't it?
Episode 5. Is 5 sort of like that, what they call is quitter's itch point when people who start podcasts, they make like 3 and then they quit?
Yes, we're past the threshold, aren't we?
We pass the threshold. Yeah. Hey,
Raise the roof. There we go. And so for our 5th episode, we decided to really, kind of talk about something that makes us both happy, and something that we're passionate about. And that's the city that we know, love, and work in. And so this is going to be what we love about Abbotsford.
Right. Now, here is a question for everyone. How much time have you got? You've got like 3 days, 4 days? Like I can talk about what I love about Abbotsford for days.
Oh, yes. Yeah. The list is long, I know, but we had to each pick 3. And of course, my list could be, many, many pages long, but no, we both picked, for the sake of this video, we both picked 3 things. And, if this can help somebody, if somebody's thinking about coming to Abbotsford or the Fraser Valley in the area, and, kind of the back of their mind, they're saying, oh, maybe home prices are a little more attractive in Abbotsford. Here are 6 things that might just change your mind and seal the deal.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I've always believed in, whenever you want to know about something, just you can read the pamphlet, just you can check out a website, but the best source of information about that thing is from the person who has experience with that.
Yes.
So whenever I need a new car or need a new tablet, I find somebody who's using it and I ask them, how do they like it?
That's amazing. Yep.
And that's the first-hand, really potent information that's coming from experience, not edited, not kind of put in a pamphlet just to make it sound good.
Yeah. And no sales pitchy either, right? It's, just, honest feedback from somebody, right?
Absolutely. But you know what, Ken, though?
What's that?
How long have you been in sales now?
Oh, gosh. Well, I mean, I guess real estate is so much more than sales, but I've been a licensed realtor for 14 years. And then prior to that, I was an assistant, so that wasn't really salesy, but then before that, I had all the jobs, like the servers. I sold shoes for a while. Everything is, selling shoes and upselling. Do you want cheese on your burger? Do you want to have,
little extra fries,
mushrooms on your burger? Let's add some, right? So I think everything is, has some kind of an enrollment, let's say, side of things. Absolutely. But yeah.
Well, they're in sales for about 30 plus years now.
Yes.
Anything we say after all these years almost end up getting a little hint of sales in it. It's like gets mixed in without us even knowing it.
Oh, yeah, right? Definitely.
But this product, we are so proud to represent.
Yes.
Tell to you, this product called Abbotsford. So excited about it.
Let's proudly promote Abbotsford.
Yeah.
Okay, Sat, you go first. What's your top? What's your 3rd item on your list about what you love about Abbotsford?
Third item on my list is an international airport.
Oh, yes.
It is so convenient. Remember because we moved to Abbotsford probably give or take about 30 years ago. Oh my God, you just depressed me.
But we're both still 30 years old, right? So, we've been 30 for 7 years now.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
Yep.
The airport was not as big at all.
Right.
I remember meeting an executive who used to run an airport. They had such a hard time trying to find somebody who'll come and shovel the snow one winter there.
Oh.
The airport was small. They didn't have enough funds to even hire somebody as a full-time or enough of a snow removal guys to where it has flourished to today, to hundreds and thousands of people using it and so many international flights. They've got full on gain. I meet so many families today who fly from Vancouver, or not fly, but drive from Vancouver purposely to come fly out of Abbotsford.
Yep.
Because of the ease of flying. The parking isn't as expensive. It's not crowded.
Yeah.
It's really neat feeling. And the view around the airport, oh my God.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's like a plane flying into those mountains.
Well, and I think like what you said, really, you hit the nail on the head there. I won't drive to Vancouver to fly out of YVR. I will purposely go to Abbotsford because there's like one set of security. There's like, I don't know, 2-3 gates. Like it's very, very clear and concise as to where you need to go. Whereas YVR, it's so busy and it's, it's almost overwhelming because you'd have to, go up and down all these, corridors and you don't know where your gate is. But everything is, the parking lot, you can always find parking. It's very easy to just drive up to the front. You're not fighting people as you're, driving in and out of the departure section or drop off section. So yeah, I will purposely take the layover in Calgary to leave out of Abbotsford as opposed to YVR.
And plus someone like you can probably keep your kids all together.
Exactly. Oh yeah, for sure. Right. No, and it's just, it's so there's no stress, right?
I agree. Yeah, no, that's definitely one of the things I love about Abbotsford is the convenience of how much it connects us. Like I know there are flights now that I've seen WestJet taking to I think Mexico.
Yep.
There are flights that's going to Disneyland. There's flights that's obviously to Calgary, Edmonton, some of the other destinations, Toronto. Like there are lots of things happening out of Abbotsford, which is
definitely
an international airport is one of them.
Yes.
And also it brings on that annual air show because of that airport.
That's right. Yes.
And a bit of a highlight. I like planes, so.
Yes. Oh, me too. Yeah. The Abbotsford Air Show is it's funny because I actually used to live on Foy Street, which is 3 minutes away from the Abbotsford Airport. And so whenever the air show was on, we could always see the jets flying around in our backyard. We didn't have to go. We just had our own show in the backyard. It was great.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Free show in the backyard.
Exactly. Okay. My number 3 item has to be Play Abbey. So of course, as you know, I have little kids, and Play Abbey, what it is, it's like an indoor playground for kids.
Yeah.
So what I love about it is that you can safely take your kids somewhere when it's raining or when it's cold. You can safely take your kids somewhere. You go inside and you let them run. You just let them go. And that, it's a safe place because they have, they mark your hand and they mark, so that it coincides with your child's hand. So nobody goes out unless they check. So I love the security aspect of it. And it's there's couches, there's chairs, there's coffee, there's snacks. You can bring your own food there. And it's really, it's a nice place for kids for not be stressed out about taking their kids to, public places where, kids run and, scream. And if you want to tucker them out and just get them tired, they will come home and sleep. So
is that a mother's dream?
It is. Oh, yes, for sure. Yeah. And especially when you have 2 boys like I do, right?
Okay.
And, if you go in the morning time, your entrance fee is good for all day. So if you want to go home, nap, allow them to take their naps, you can go back again after dinner and go for another couple of hours. So definitely Play Abbey is, within my top 3 for sure.
Yeah, it's cool personal story about Play Abbey. We should probably charge them for this, by the way.
Oh yeah, promotion. Okay, Play Abbey.
Yeah, this could be some royalty here. But yeah, so when I remember one of our stories is we celebrated my son's 5th birthday there and I was with his cousins the other day, and now those kids are grown up to be 18, 19, and driving by Play Abbey in the car, and the cousin goes, "Oh, I remember Play Abbey." I'm like, "Oh, great. What do you remember about it?" He said, "I remember Arsha's 5th birthday there."
Wow.
Who remembers that after 13 years? It's gotta be a fun place.
Aw, that's so sweet. I know. I've had a couple of my kids' birthdays there as well too.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. No, it's awesome.
And I think they probably still have it. They have something called laser tag there as well.
They do have laser tag. Yeah. And they have a smaller section just for toddlers as well. And I do believe that they still have the story time. I can't remember which day it is, but they do have story time in the mornings for the little ones. So that's also really cute to be a part of as well.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, my next one on my list is farmland. What's cool about farmland? One, I come from a village where there were lots of farms.
Okay.
So I always probably would have a love for farmland for just because where we grew up in.
Yeah.
But one of the things I love about Abbotsford farmland, it is a pretty good farmland. I've been through some other cities' farmland, but it's dusty, dirty, roads are not fully paved off, lots of ditches around it, that kind of thing. But Abbotsford's farmland, especially towards the Sumas area and even towards Mission, Mespy Flats too, but for sure between Nevac and that Sumas Flats, it's absolutely gorgeous. Breathtaking views there. It's wide open, lots of mountains around it.
Yeah.
And one of the things my wife and I do often, probably 3 times a week, we love getting in our car, grabbing a cup of coffee from Tim Hortons at Watcom or by Play Abbey, actually, one of our favorite Tim Hortons there too.
Yes.
Having a cup of coffee there and then driving into farmland.
Yes, for
40,
sure.
45 minutes drive there.
Yeah.
And we go out, kind of walk around the area. It's just one of those best spots for some good quality time away
Yes.
from the distractions. You can see the hills, you can see Abbotsford and the developments that are happening around that Watcombe Road area, how far it has gone towards Chilliwack now on the hills. Interesting to see. It's a very, very, very good farmland area. If you like farms, if you like driving there, or we find lots of people who bike through those farmlands. And one of my favorite thing about that area specifically is people who live there. I
Oh, yeah.
cannot remember any time when we drove by, when we were driving kind of on a slow speed with cars windows open.
Yeah.
Somebody kind of walks by, we slow down and they wave, say hi. It
Oh,
feels
yes.
so awesome to be there.
It is. What's one thing that's really fun too when you go driving through the farmland is if you drive down south to Zero Avenue and you can see you're driving along Zero Avenue and then see, for those of you who don't know, so Abbotsford is located right on the border. So when you get to Zero Avenue, that's actually the border line that separates Canada and US.
Yeah.
So you can literally be driving down the street and then, I don't know, maybe 50 feet on the other side of a ditch, there's like Washington license plates. And they're so close, you can read the Washington license plate, right? But then you can see they have like the posts where it says Canada, US. So that's kind of neat too. You know, you're so close to, just to being, that's kind of a pivotal point, right? Like, it's really interesting. Yeah.
Exciting. You know what happened one time, Faeine, Poonam, when I was driving, we used to have this minivan when kids were younger.
Okay.
Like these Uplander, like 7-passenger, huge minivan.
Yep.
And we drove. I mean, we've been driving in farmland ever since we came to Abbotsford. So we have kids in the van. Actually, no, kids weren't in the van that time. Poonam and I were both driving. And we kind of grabbed our coffee. We want to watch the view of the mountains. So guess what? On Zero Avenue, I parked the van to the side of the road.
Okay.
And half of my van is on that sensors that they have to watch for
Oh
the
my
traffic.
gosh. Yes.
We're just sitting there sipping our coffee. All of a sudden, a couple of cars are coming in and they are coming. I'm like, oh, there's some sort of emergency. They're coming with lights on. And a little bit, they come close to us. They stop by and the officer comes over. He said, what are you guys doing? I'm just having a coffee, enjoying the view. Why? What happened? Because your car's back tires are on the sensors that are kind of alarming us at the Border Patrol office.
Oh my gosh.
You might
Oh
want to
my
know,
gosh.
it scared us so bad.
I bet. Yeah.
Right.
Border Patrol is like, that's no, that's a serious matter too, right? So, oh
They've
my
been serious
goodness.
business. Yeah, they've been serious business.
Oh,
So
it's so funny.
short of being in jail.
Yeah. Well, yeah, oh man. Yeah. That must have been a little rattling. Hey.
Yeah. And they said, even if we see this van kind of driving on Zero Avenue slower than normal speed. I mean, I drive slow usually.
Yeah.
But there, when we're driving, enjoying the view, I'm doing probably 30.
Yeah.
And they're like, who's this grandpa driving like 30 on Zero Avenue, half towards US? What is he trying to do here? Like
The big ban. So what's he doing? Now he's stopped. That's so funny. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely an awesome aspect about Abbotsford for
so
sure.
if you came to enjoy the farmland, just watch out on Zero Avenue. Other than
Just
that,
enjoy it, but just make sure you stay off the sensors, right? Awesome. Okay, well, number 2 on my list is none other than High Street. So, yes. So for those of you who don't know,
hold on, Faeine, though. Hold on. We can't say High Street. We want people to spend money on homes.
yes,
High Street takes that money away from our real estate business,
I didn't know that.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I guess they have to buy the sheets, they have to buy the pillows for the new homes they buy from us.
Oh, yes,
Right.
exactly. So I had the privilege of living next to, like 3 minutes away from High Street for almost 10 years. And I grew to absolutely love it because not only can you go to Walmart and do all of your grocery shopping, but it also has all of your shopping. It has a whole bunch of shopping stores. So, if you want to do furniture shopping, or if you want to go to the gym, or if you want to go out for dinner, there's all of these cool restaurants. They also have a little outdoor playground. Again, of course, I'm a mom, right? So like an outdoor playground where you can let the kids play and have fun. And it's a rubber playground. So they don't get dirty with like wood chips or sand or anything like that. It's very clean. And they're always playing music when you walk through there as
perfect.
well. Yeah. What's that?
I said their outdoor music is good.
Yeah, exactly. And they also have a movie theater there. So they have the cool movie theaters where I think it's a Cineplex, and I forget what it's called, but it's like a super something or other. So they've got like the VIP seats where you can go and lean back and you get dinner served just like you were at a restaurant. Like it's expensive, but it's a really cool experience. So yeah, like High Street really has everything that you could possibly think of. And then of course, as we both know, there's High Street Village, which is a development that is currently being built right High Street. Yeah. So, and the future of that building as well, or of that complex, is there's going to be 3 high rises that are going to be built in the next 5 years there. So, I mean, it's going to multiply, like it's going to grow a lot.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite places about High Street is, I'm not sure if they're still there or not, but used to be there, that donut shop, right by that movie theater, right in front of it, where the Purdy's.
Yes.
Oh, muffin, not donut shop, the muffins.
I think it's the cupcake shop. I know exactly. Yes, they do. It is still there. Yep.
Ask me about samosas or pakoras. I don't know the difference between muffins and cupcakes. Are they about the same though?
So I think a cupcake is more of like a dessert, where a muffin is more like breakfast.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. Forget about that part. Ask me about samosas, paneer pakoras, chai. I got it all down.
It's okay. You know what? Sometimes it's so hard to tell, right? Like if you go to certain, coffee shops, for example, like you'll be getting a muffin that you think is super healthy. And then it turns out it's like, may as well just be a cupcake because it's got all of the doodads and all of that, all the sugar. But anyways, we digress. Yes. The cupcake shop is in High Street. Yeah. And it's amazing. It's right next to the playground. So if you want to go and get your kids a treat, get them some sugar and let them run it off in the playground while you just sit there, hang out, because they have chairs and all kinds of, chairs and tables. And they've always got some fun music going as well. So it's a fun place to be.
For sure. Okay. So my next place.
Number one spot.
One spot in Abbotsford where I'm often found. If I'm not in my office, if I'm not at my home, guess where I might be found?
Where?
Mill Lake.
Of course, I should have guessed. Yes, Mill Lake. Oh my goodness. Yes, we can't talk about Abbotsford without mentioning Mill Lake. It's amazing.
The history of that park, apparently there used to be a mill, like a wood mill, like a lumber mill.
Oh.
Yeah. One of these really senior uncle I met one day, we call them uncles, like senior uncles, Indo-Canadian seniors.
Okay.
Uncles. I met this uncle who's been there for about, I don't know, been in Abbotsford for 60 plus years. He said there used to be a mill here. Started telling me the history of it. And sure enough, there's a board now that is going to sit like a little history board in the Mill Lake that talks about that operation at one point in time.
Okay.
That's where the name Mill Lake came from.
You know what? I was wondering. I mean, sometimes it's just named for whatever, but that's really interesting. I actually did not know that.
Yeah. So anyhow, so they have the walking loop around it. They have an outdoor swimming pool there. They have 4 kids parks there.
Yep.
They have an outdoor exercise park there.
Oh, I love that.
Really neat. And then the best part is you can be shopping and sort of like have a city feeling right in the Seven Oaks Mall. Then you step over and you're into the woods.
Yep.
And you can walk through the woods of Mill Lake, and there are big trees there, right? And then you can also be on the track, right? Kind of walking around the Mill Lake.
Absolutely.
The first part is that wooden bridge. That's on the, I don't know which direction it would be, but.
Oh, yes. I love that.
That's a like jig-jag wooden bridge.
Yep.
Oh, gorgeous, especially when the sun is setting.
Yeah.
Standing there watching that sort of amount. Oh, it's just majestic.
With all the lily pads, right? So you get to see, the frogs and the birds and oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now they have a big fountain in the Mill Lake right now that they put the lights around that goes on.
Nice.
And you know what's funny? I was out at Eagle Ridge area yesterday. The very top street of Eagle Ridge, I think is I forgot the name. Anyhow, I was there and there's this empty lot. And of course, being a realtor, I have to stop it.
I gotta check it out.
It's like somebody selling trucks. Gotta look at the truck.
Gotta look at it.
That empty lot, like what this offers. And up from top, guess what I could see? Mill Lake and its fountain.
Wow, that must have been a beautiful.
That was gorgeous view because the days were so clear last couple of days.
Yeah.
And I actually know the family personally. Gal is not my client, but in my sort of like contacts, and hopefully one day we'll do business with her, who donated the money to put that fountain in.
Oh, wow.
In the memory of her husband. Yes, she used to be in insurance and all that. So know the history of that park there. But one of the fun facts in my family, it's a joke, but I don't know why they call it a joke. To me, it's serious business. But my family jokes around like anyone, anytime comes visits us from out of town, guess where they have to go?
Mill Lake.
I have to take them out for a little little walk around the Mill Lake. Sometimes they get tired because not everybody is used to walking a Mill Lake loop.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're tired, they're dragging their feet, but they have to go around Mill Lake. I have to show them, and I show it.
You have to show it to them. Yeah, for sure. And the water park. We can't forget the water park.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids love the water park. I mean, it gets busy in the summertime, so you have to go there early.
Yeah.
But yeah, the water park is pretty fantastic. It's
right next to that outdoor pool, and then there is
yes.
They have built a little volleyball court there, I believe. Yeah, there is.
That's right. Yes.
Right.
Yep.
People play cricket there sometime now.
Yeah, that's true.
Right across the street is an ice rink arena. If you are into skating and all that, it's such in the center of the city.
Yes.
But like almost anything you'd want to do. When our kids were younger, I remember a couple of times buying a little tent and camping in Mill Lake. Not only, but day camping.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's so cute. I love that.
Gives you the similar feeling without having to be out in the camps.
Yep. And they have public washrooms there too. So you spend the entire day there.
Yep.
That's awesome.
What would be your number one spot?
My number one, yes, coming from a mom for sure. So we just had family in from Quebec. Yeah. They just left this morning. They were with us for 2 weeks, but of course we had to take them to Castle Fun Park. Not only do they love going, but they love driving past Castle Fun Park because it lights up at night and it really does light up as a castle. So it looks pretty cool. And talking about the airline or the airport earlier, if you fly in and out of Abbotsford, sometimes you can see Castle Fun Park from the sky, which is also pretty cool. Anyhow, so Castle Fun Park, they have arcades. They have, like a little toddler section where you can, play games that gives you tickets. They have like an adult section where they give you tickets, and see every ticket you get collects. And so at the very end, you get to go buy a prize with it, or buy with your collected tickets, right? Yeah. So they've got that. You can have birthday parties there, and it's very, you can just show up with your birthday. Like it is great. And they also have food. They've got bumper cars, batting cages. Like honestly, you could spend the day there and not run out of things to do. Like it's a pretty fun spot. And it's kind of like a landmark here too, right? Like it's been, I don't even know how long it's
Castle Fun Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when our kids were a little younger, we'll take them there, and they had these little creeks outside with little kind of shallow water.
Yeah.
As kids just love kind of playing around, just even that. Throwing some rocks in there, especially in the summer nights, right?
Yes.
So it's definitely a very, very, very fun place. And they have loads of restaurants around that area too.
So many. So yeah, definitely.
Walk over to a restaurant from there.
Yeah, you can. And also too, when your teenagers are, my kids aren't teenagers yet, but maybe you can speak to this, Sat, is that, they also have the nighttime mini golf. So, it's also a fun place for your teenager to go, and you can drop them off, and then that they're going to be in a relatively safe place and have something to do that's fun. And I think it's great. My little one calls it Fun Park.
That's supposed to be cute.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Yeah, well, those are landmarks, like few landmarks of Abbotsford. As I said, we could probably go on for 2 days here. So
yes. We could for sure.
But if you're coming to Abbotsford, those are some great places to know about.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sat. This has been a really fun conversation to have. And yeah, definitely, we're both pretty passionate about Abbotsford. I think it's safe to say, and I speak for both of us, when it's a really great place to be. So,
and if I may add one more comment here, Faeine, this is a bit more cultural, so I hope it comes across right. Abbotsford is one of these communities that has grown a lot of multicultural type of community here.
Yeah.
A really high density population of Indo-Canadian families.
That's right.
So if you are from Indo-Canadian culture and thinking if Abbotsford will be the right place, I'd encourage you to come try it. I remember sitting with a client the other day, and we're having this conversation that this year, Diwali is one of the big festivals for Indo-Canadian community. He actually felt like Diwali in India. I mean, not to that grand scheme, but at a point in time when you kind of come abroad, you leave that culture and those festivals back home.
Yeah.
Here, you celebrate them a little bit, about them, but the celebration isn't near as big as our own homeland country. But now there is enough of an Indo-Canadian culture and population where Diwali is being celebrated really widely.
Yes. Oh,
And
definitely.
even lots of Canadian businesses and people kind of take part in it, which is absolutely love about Abbotsford. Like everyone contributes to party, everyone shows up at party.
Absolutely. Oh, the multiculturalism here is like, oh, it's so amazing, and I've learned so much about the Indo-Canadian culture. Like it's so I mean, even just with working with, getting to work with you, Sat, has been, like it's so I loved learning about different cultures and just, different celebrations and different, beliefs and oh, yeah, I definitely have a bucket list to travel, but that's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole another conversation. That's a whole other one for a later podcast. We'll talk about the Sikh parade that happens in September.
Yes.
Yes,
Ooh,
lots of people show up there. We'll talk about that later. That's just a little sneak peek for next video.
talk about the celebrations and parties that happen throughout the year in Abbotsford. Oh my
Exactly.
goodness. Okay. So stay tuned for that, everybody.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, man.
Thanks, everybody.